Welcome everyone, this is your host Abraham El Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by the Era Crueltide Pocket Rulebook Kickstarter. In this tabletop RPG, Santa Claus has been captured, and you need to rescue him, role-playing as any sort of fantasy creature imaginable. You could be a human with holiday powers, perhaps one of Santa's helpers, an elf, maybe a talking reindeer, or perhaps a gingerbread cookie golem. It's up to you to restore the holiday cheer. The link to the Kickstarter will be in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by Dead Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop role-playing game where you play as monster girls experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released The Daughters of Lamb. This is a pay-what-you-want tabletop RPG where you get to play as cybernetic nuns with guns, looking for the missing pieces of their AI god. You will find it in their website. The link will be in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by the Red Room Publishing. Please check out their store for exclusive tabletop RPG products and check out their free tabletop RPG, the Red Roleplaying Game. A generic system able to handle any sort of theme, genre, flavor, setting that you can think of. Definitely check it out. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment as well. Today I continue my review series featuring Fathom, the Delver's Codex. This is a bit like the player's handbook of Fathom. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review series featuring this tabletop RPG of A Drowned Earth, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to continue with the species, starting with the mutant. The mutant is a humanoid that has been genetically modified through exposure to radioactive substances or intense arcana. You are pretty decent when it comes to hit points. When it comes to your features, you have things such as Irradiated Fiend. You gain immunity to damage and afflictions caused by radiation. You also have Explosive Cysts. After you finish taking the run reaction, you can choose one creature within 2 meters of you. Ew, yeah, yuck, I can already imagine. To take 2 poison damage as long as you are not hidden. So your cysts are exploding and spraying the enemy with all sorts of toxic substances, right? You have 3 subspecies, but they are more like modifications, specific modifications of your body. There are mutants with limb mutations. You have an extra arm, for example. You have the body mutations category with things such as, for explosive cysts, you can choose 2 creatures and deal 4 necrosis damage instead. When it comes to head mutations, perhaps you have some sort of alteration that increases your visibility in dim light and darkness by 3 meters. Next we have the Pteryx. The Pteryx are humanoids that have been altered by the power of the ghasts to survive at extremely high altitudes. This species has avian features such as resilient feathers instead of hair, beaks which replace their nose and mouth, and slightly monocular vision. You are very good when it comes to dexterity, but your hit points, well, you are decent, not as good as the mutant. By the way, the mutant can have an aptitude in any statistic. That is, it can be a very sturdy mutant, or perhaps very dexterous, etc. It's a bit more flexible. However, the Pteryx, what it lacks in flexibility, it makes up for it in specialization. You have features such as Alpine Aviator. While you are contesting creatures that are lower than you in elevation, you add 1 die to your contests. When it comes to Passion of Icarus, another of your features, when you take the move action, you may expend a charge and gain a fly speed equal to your normal speed until the end of your turn. You remain aloft until the start of your next turn, plummeting to the ground if you occupy a space in the air. When it comes to the subspecies, you have things such as the Falconi, with features such as your claws are natural weapons. You have the Anseri, with features like you gain frost resistance. You have the Strigi with features similar to when you use your Passion of Icarus ability, you can reroll 2 dice for your next dodge or defend reaction this combat. And this concludes this part of the review series. In the next part we are going to continue taking a look at the various species. When it comes to the mutants, they are very flexible and very yucky. Very, very yucky. But the explosive cysts feature, that is very useful in combat. That is the value of just going in there and you start spraying your toxic liquid all over the enemies while you are fighting. That's undeniably useful. Your damage potential is going to go up considerably. And when it comes to the Pteryx, you specialize almost completely on being agile in the air. Of course, if you take, for example, the subspecies of Strigi, you become even greater in your aerial performance. But concerning the Anseri and the Falconi, you can also specialize in other areas, but definitely this is a bit more of a situational type of species. Thank you for watching this part of the review series. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the Super Thanks button. Take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master, and remember, master roleplay, and you will master the game. Once again, thank you and see you later.